Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got something really interesting, and I did not see this coming. I did not expect that I'm gonna be making a video about Urs Kalecinski finally actually transitioning to the open bodybuilding. I mean, I really thought he was gonna do the classic physique this year as well. Now that Chris Bumstead is gone, retired, this guy could have been the next Mr. Olympia, and he was one of the favorites. One of, most likely not the winner, but you know, he had a chance, and I thought he was gonna go all in at this, but no. At 8 weeks or like 7 weeks out of the Mr. Olympia, Urs Kalecinski decided to switch to the open class. Guys, to the open class, finally. And I'm saying finally because a lot of people were speculating, should he do it? Many people thought that he actually should. I would say most people felt like he could do well in the open. I mean, me personally, not so much, but we'll get into this in a second. There is that podcast with Brent Warren, Dennis Wolf, Guy Sternino, Jose Raymond, and a couple of other guys, and basically everybody agreed that Urs can be a really good open bodybuilder. Marcus Rule thinks that as well, but the only guy that disagreed with that was Dennis Wolf, because Urs has small arms, in his opinion. But generally, a lot of people felt like he could go to the open and be very successful at it. Jay Cutler included, many others. Anyways, it's official. He's actually switching to the open class, and he's gonna have his open debut in a couple of weeks. 8th of September, he's doing the Italy Pro. He's gonna go against a couple of pretty good guys like Quinton Araya, probably James Hollinshead, and a couple of other really good European bodybuilders. So it's gonna be a solid test for Urs to see how well he actually stacks against these big boys. So he posted this post right here and also a YouTube video. In this post right here, you can read the whole thing, guys, if you want. It's a lengthy text, but basically what he says is that he decided to switch to the open class, and basically the reason for this is that he was just struggling way too much to make the weight. He was always well above his weight cap and already in great condition, and then he would just have to sacrifice a lot of muscle and basically just diet down to lose muscle. And he felt miserable during his preps for many months at a time, and apparently his mental health suffered as well. For some other reasons. It's not just because of this. He speaks a little bit about this on his YouTube channel, but he doesn't go into specifics. It's his own private reasons. He had some personal issues in the past, and it's not our business what it is, but doing the classic physique and cutting the weight and not being able to enjoy the process, enjoy the bodybuilding. And bodybuilding is bodybuilding, you know, building your body. If you're just burning your body down, tearing it down, losing the muscle to actually get on the stage, what's the point? And also, if you're suffering that much every year and you're not even winning in the end, it's definitely not worth it. And especially if your mental health is suffering. And you know, what's the point of doing anything if you're not feeling good about it? So I absolutely support this decision of Urs, 100%, no doubt about it. If he's gonna continue bodybuilding at all, then yeah, open class makes a lot more sense, because as he says right here, right now he's 17 kilos above his freaking weight cap. 17 kilos right now, and he's actually close to being stage lean right now. So 17 kilos, that's almost 40 pounds, guys. And he says almost stage ready. So let's say he needs to lose another 10 pounds. So he's gonna be like, what, 30 pounds heavier on the stage in the same condition? So let's not even try and imagine just Urs the way we know him on the stage. It's gonna be a completely different bodybuilder, because 30 pounds of muscle on his frame is gonna make his physique look drastically different. Now, I am kind of worried about what he's gonna look like on stage next to the open guys because of his arms. Just like Dennis Wolf said, He just doesn't have arms of an open bodybuilder. Nothing a little Sintel can't fix, but we'll see if he's gonna go down that road. I mean, he is personal friends with Marcus Rule, and I'm sure Marcus Rule did something to his freaking arms and a lot of other body parts of his. Let's not pretend that all that stuff was muscle. It's impossible. Come on. So yeah, hopefully Marcus can help him with that, but help him the right way, not make him a freak the way Marcus was. I mean, we'll see if he's going to have to do that. I mean, he will have to do that. Like, he needs bigger arms ASAP if he wants to be more competitive in open bodybuilding. But as far as, like, the overall mass, the overall muscle of Urs Kalecinski in the open class, I mean, in his off seasons, he did get really freaking big. He would go up in weight, like, almost, I mean, close to 300 pounds. Not really, but, like, 270, maybe even almost 280, something like that, if I remember correctly. So he definitely can grow. His body can definitely grow, and this year he's going to be 30 pounds heavier, but give him a couple of years. How much bigger will he actually get? That's also the question. But this year, let's talk about the Italy Pro. How well will he stack against the other open guys? I mean, if you look at some other classic guys who did the open, for example, let's say more recently, Fabian Myers. He ended up doing the open because he didn't make the weight in classic, and this is what he ended up looking. I mean, you have these guys wear bodybuilding trunks and all of a sudden they look like freaking bodybuilders. Like, these guys are definitely not very small. I mean, some of them, the ones who are barely making the weight. And yeah, for example, Fabian Myers right here, he looked pretty freaking crazy as an open guy. I mean, this actually did look pretty freaking phenomenal, and he ended up placing 4th at Portugal Pro. I mean, I'm not saying he could have won the show, but look at him right here. I mean, the only 3 guys that beat him were Nexila, freaking Nexila, one of the craziest bodybuilders in the world today, and Nathan Diasha, a 12 or like 13-time Pro Show winner, and Bruno Santos, top 12 Olympian. So he placed 4th right here, and this is Fabian not even trying to prepare for the open. He was actually preparing for classic, but he missed his weight and he ended up in the open, and this is what he looked like. Imagine if he was 30 pounds heavier here. Would he place 3rd or 2nd? Could he beat Nathan or Bruno Santos? Or could have he like won the show? I mean, he definitely did look very competitive, and he is a classic guy. Just another classic guy, not even a top Olympian. I mean, actually he is, but he was like, I don't know, 5th a couple of years ago, like 5 years ago or something like that. But you get the point. Urs is one of the top guys today. CBum is probably not the best example because, that's CBum we're talking about, but, he also didn't have an off season, and he wasn't 17 kilos or 40 pounds heavier before the Prague Pro. He actually just continued prepping after the Mr. Olympia. He came in a little bit fuller. He was a bit heavier, but not a lot bigger. I mean, that was still Chris Bumstead, a classic physique guy, and he ended up 2nd in a stacked show, Prague Pro, and it's not because of his name. It's actually because he looked so good, and in my opinion, he could have won this show. Not because of his name again, but because of his look. Soon, we'll see this guy, a classic physique competitor, also in the open class. And Stefan Matala actually took an off season and grew a bunch of muscle. And he's gonna be really competitive in the open. I'm telling you guys, this guy is going to be one of the top open guys at some point. I promise you that. But he has crazy arms. Right, he has crazy arms, crazy muscle bellies, crazy everything basically. Maybe a bit weaker back, but which pros have great backs at the start of their pro careers? Like, that's pretty much impossible. That's something you don't see very often. So Stefan is definitely going to be a top threat as an open guy. And now, today, we also have another classic physique guy entering the open, and that's one of the top guys, Urs Kalecinski. Once again, I am really excited to actually finally see this on the open stage in a couple of weeks from now. We'll see how good will this actually look, how much sense will it truly make. Urs is well aware, as he says in his post, that this is definitely not the smartest decision ever. Financially, only financially. because, like, I mean, I don't see him placing top 3 at the Open Olympia. I mean, at least not anytime soon, and, you know, probably never. Like, no, come on. Urs can never really get to the level of guys like Nick Walker or freaking Derek Lunsford or Hari Chopin or Samson Dauda. And it's not only the arms. Yeah, his arms are weak, but that's not the only thing. I mean, he still needs a lot fuller chest, a lot bigger shoulders, a lot bigger back. Basically everything on his upper body. His legs, if he grows them a little bit more, can actually be a solid set of open bodybuilder's legs. But as far as the upper body, I don't see it. You know, I don't see him really getting that good to be actually competitive as an open guy in terms of muscularity against the other mass monsters. So, yeah, if I'm being honest, I don't see Urs becoming one of the top Olympians in the Open. You know, I don't see him matching the success that he had in classic physique. I don't see him becoming that good of an open bodybuilder. But again, I support this decision completely and totally, because if he's not enjoying bodybuilding the way he's doing it right now, then he should definitely make that change and do what he loves, do what his heart desires, and just be happy, be good mentally. If that's gonna help him, I say that's freaking awesome. Maybe it's not gonna help. Maybe what he needs to do is, you know, stop bodybuilding completely, focus on some other things in life. Who knows? I mean, we'll see how this will go. But, you know, if he really wants to do that and he enjoys it and it truly actually ends up making him happy, I'm all for it. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. But one thing is for sure, it's going to be very exciting to see him on that stage, to see Urs as an open guy with almost 40 pounds more, let's say 30 pounds this year. Next year, it could be 40 or 50 pounds more. So it's definitely very, very exciting. But again, do I see him becoming one of the top open guys at some point in future, qualifying for the Mr. Olympia even? I don't know. Maybe he can qualify for the Mr. Olympia. Sure, you know, I can see him doing that, but like top 10 at the Mr. Olympia, very difficult. Very difficult. Maybe best case scenario, but not very likely. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how much will Marcus Rule help him with the Synthol and everything like that. That can definitely help a lot. If he grows his arms, if he makes his arms look bigger, then that can definitely add to the overall illusion. And if he puts on another, I don't know, let's say more, like 10 or 20 more pounds of muscle on his frame, we'll see. We'll see. We might be surprised. But that's the way I see it right now, guys. Whatever you think, tell me down below in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. For more content like this, guys, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. All the best and bye-bye.